Well, the question of the day is, should I take an overpriced listing? You know, there are 1.5 million answers to that, at least for the 1.5 million members of the National Association who follow the Code of Ethics, which state you may not mislead deliberately a seller about market value. There are also 1.5 million different, situations in the business. So that's how many answers there are to that question, but in its simplest form, let me just say this: worse than no listing at all is a listing that doesn't sell. Because what happens when a listing doesn't sell? Well, first of all, your client is disappointed and has to change their plans. Second of all, your image gets tarnished and your funds get depleted and you get frustrated, and the plans you had for that commission are out the window. So in its simplest form, should you take an overpriced listing? No. Now the question is, how many listings do you currently have? How long have you had them? How overpriced is it? How familiar are you with market value? What's your marketing strategy? What's your pricing strategy? There was an agent a couple years ago in Pontiac, Michigan, who put a listing on the market for $1, and it sold for that's right, $52,000. Today, there's over 500 $1 listings across the U.S. So I guess the point is, you can't underprice a listing, but you can overprice it, and really hardly anything good ever happens when you take an overpriced listing. So think twice before you say yes to that. And if you're going to say yes, you've got to rate your seller's motivation, their patience, and their willingness to put together a pricing strategy in terms of trying not to chase the market, but get ahead of it. Okay? Okay, and thanks for asking.